2, 1. What's up, buddy?
What's up? What's up?
I am very happy that we finally got to sit down and do this. What you decide to do with your spare time is very interesting.
Yeah.
And I like it a lot. And I definitely want to get into all that, it's like content creation for now that you do. But I want to learn a little bit about you, man. So are you born and raised here in Albuquerque, or?
Born and raised here.
That's sick.
Yeah, born and raised here.
What was it like for you growing up? How old are you?
I'm 20.
You're 20. How has it been growing up for you in Albuquerque? Because I feel like everyone has the same experience, but just like slightly removed from each other, you know? So what has Albuquerque been like for you growing up? What was growing up like, all that kind of stuff?
I don't know. It's like Albuquerque's my home, you know what I mean? Like I hear a lot of usually a lot of people say a lot of bad things about it and stuff like that, you know, like they have their opinions. But like I don't
Come
know.
a little closer to the mic. You generally want to have it like about that far away from your face.
Like right here?
Perfect.
All right, bet. No, I love Albuquerque. Born and raised. Yeah, I don't really know.
Growing up, because you do a lot of like entrepreneurial stuff, like is all your, whether it's like the catching pedophile stuff or like I know you make videos for small businesses, like is that your full time or?
Yeah, that's my job right now.
That's
like,
awesome. So have you always had that like entrepreneurial self-sustaining side of you, or is that something that kind of grew on you as you grew up?
It kind of grew on me. Like at first I would just make videos for fun. I wouldn't even get paid. You know what I mean? Like I would just be doing it for fun. And then I started like making a little bit of money and stuff like that. And then I ended up quitting my job. I actually got fired, but like
where were you working at?
I was working at Walmart.
How'd you get fired from Walmart?
I would go live. So it's like at first when I first got hired, I would hardly make videos.
Oh, they have some big recording rules in Walmart, don't they?
I would go live. I would set up go live on TikTok, and I would like be scanning items because I was a cashier. Just my hands, just scanning items, bro. I'll get like thousands, 10,000 people, like a ton of people in there just watching me scan items.
What?
Yeah.
Just watch. Okay, you know, I really shouldn't be that surprised.
Yeah.
Because what's that fucking trend called on TikTok? I hate it. It's where the person goes live and they're reacting to like the icons that pop up.
Yeah. It's like
the NPC shit.
NPC.
You've seen that, right?
Yeah, bro.
Absolute fucking no brain.
Yeah.
Like, so I guess you scanning items is not that far out of the periphery.
Yeah, but it would just like it would be so big that like they ended up finding out about it. Yeah, I lost my job. And ever since then I haven't had a job since Walmart pretty much.
How long ago was that?
A little over a year.
Damn.
Like since April. So yeah, a year and a few months.
So we'll get to the juicy stuff here in a second.
Mm-hmm.
What type of, I know that, and you don't have to say, I mean, you've said their name a lot. You don't have to say their name on this, but like the content videos you make for these small businesses like food trucks and shit like that.
Yeah.
You've been doing that for a year. How's that been going? Like, do you approach people, or are they approaching you? How did that all get started?
It just depends. Sometimes I hit them up. Sometimes they hit me up, and then we just work from there, pretty much. Yeah.
So how did how did you start getting involved with businesses? I guess like.
I think once they saw my like following going up, they would normally hit me up or email me, and yeah, then we would get to work and start talking, seeing what they want to do and seeing if like what I want to do, you know.
When you started making videos, how much time were you spending on YouTube just learning all this shit?
Dude, I taught myself everything. I taught myself like how to edit. I taught myself everything. I don't know. I do it my way and it works.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah.
Well, because I saw you, we met each other for the first time over at the bunkhouse.
Yeah.
Opening house or whatever. Have you been able to go down there and utilize that yet?
I have not. I only went for that day.
Okay, because I've seen a lot of people using that, and that place is like state of the art.
Yeah.
Like they had, I forget the guy's name. I think it's like a country/rap person. He was coming through with Jelly Roll, and he came and he made a music video down there.
He did?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, right. So how do I, okay. When did you decide to start going out with your buddies and trapping people that are trapping, catching, however you want to phrase it, getting people in public that are trying to meet up with minors. How long ago did that start?
I'm proud to announce that the podcast is now officially sponsored by the fine people over at Chop Chili Company. Guys, this is some of the best chili you can get here in the state of New Mexico, and they are online as well as in stores. They can be found at Smith's, Albertsons, Sprouts, John Brooks, and Lowe's Corner Market. They have 3 amazing flavors that you see here, and they also have frozen green chili that you can get online. Go on over to the website, chopchilico.com, and get yourself some amazing chili today.
I started like in like October of last year, so it's about to be a year that we've been catching predators. We've caught a lot, and I don't know. I just always wanted to do it. It's something that I wanted to do. Bro, I would watch those videos. I would watch those videos like Chris Hansen and all these other like YouTubers.
Oh, dude, yeah, Chris Hansen is like, he went on Your Mom's House with Tom Segura and Christina P. You know what that is, right?
I don't.
Oh, it's a podcast. Really funny.
Okay.
I'm assuming you've heard of Tom Segura. He's a stand-up.
I don't know. Maybe if you like, there's a picture, I could probably recognize it.
He runs around with like Joe Rogan and all his friends. Real funny guy. His wife's funny too. And Chris Hansen went on their podcast, and having him break down all the shit that he's seen and like all the people they've dealt with, like insane.
Yeah.
That guy, his TV show ran for like 12 fucking years.
Yeah, it was a good show.
And I think I could speak for 90% of the audience where the best part, hands down, of that show is the 5 to 8 second interaction where it's like, hey, how about you have a seat for me? Yeah. And they're like, the what? What's going on?
Yeah, exactly.
So you're going down, like, I'd imagine, like YouTube rabbit holes watching all these videos.
Yeah.
Did you want to do it by yourself originally and your friends joined you, or you like, no, I kind of need a group of people for this?
I wanted to do it by myself originally, and then my friends hopped on.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that conversation like?
It was sort of like, well, first I wanted to do it by myself, and I was like, okay, I need a cameraman though. So I hit up my cousin. Me and my cousin like would watch those videos growing up. He was about it right away. So he's my cameraman. He would help me film. And then after I started doing it, I started getting some traction. And then I was like, maybe I could use some more people, have some more help, bring some more people. It'd be a lot safer too. And then so I hit up my close friends, and we just went from there. We all started just working together.
So when and where was the first one?
The first one was it's about to be a year, and it was at Walmart. We caught him at Walmart. Yeah. It was a 47-year-old guy. His name is Mike, I believe. Michael. And he was meeting with a 15-year-old girl. That was my very first predator catch. My very first one, yeah.
So walk me through it from how you met this guy online to you're now interacting with him in person at the store.
Okay, so I don't know. They don't have tutorials on like how to catch these guys. So like I had to figure this out on my own. Now it's easy. Now I could catch these guys like pretty easy. But like, yeah, like I don't know. I was trying different things, trying different apps. Basically any app you could talk to strangers. And then I found this guy. We started talking.
Through what?
I believe I found this one through Tinder.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot more other apps now, but that was just like kind of going for the big mainstream ones. I could catch one like easy now.
So you found one on Tinder?
Yeah, he was on Tinder. So like basically on Tinder, obviously you have to make an account and say you're 18. So I made an account using a friend of mine's pictures, and she's a like girl, like use her pictures, and we put her as 18. And then we talk on there, and then I'm like, hey, get my number. So I give them like a fake number thing, and then I tell them, hey, I actually lied about my age. I'm actually 15, 14, 13, 12. Like, you know what I mean? And then, yeah. And then you go from there. And they're like, usually the guys are like, no, that's weird. Like, no. But like,
yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah, when do you want to hang out? Like,
see, because I haven't been on Tinder in about, like 5 years.
Yeah.
5 or 6 years.
Uh-huh.
And back then, I remember when I was on, it wasn't even like a huge verification system for if you're 18 or not.
Oh, yeah.
It was just, are you 18? Actually, when Tinder, if I'm remembering correctly, when Tinder had first started, they had a section for 17 and below.
Oh, really?
For like a short period of time, if I'm remembering that correctly.
Yeah.
And then they had like the what it's known for now, obviously. Yeah. And I remember getting on it. I was like, fuck, I think I was like 19, 20 years old, around there. And it didn't even verify. It was just like, what's your date of birth? All right, sounds good.
Exactly.
Like, it took nothing to do it.
Like, It's like now I feel like because I've gotten a lot of accounts deleted, like because people like report you like and stuff like that.
Yeah, the pedos are reporting you, right?
Yeah, or they report me, or the people who like are like, what, you're underage, like they go and report you. So I kind of have this little system that I have now.
Oh, that's good.
I don't really use the mainstream apps no more. There's like I have like all these just weird apps on my phone, like all just for catching predators. You know what I mean? But like for the mainstream ones, they would have you like, oh, like hold up 4 fingers or stuff like that. Like, or send a video or a picture of your ID.
The service would have you do
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
What
So like,
the fuck?
So to know it's actually you. So I feel like they take it more like serious, but still anybody could get through that. Like,
Right.
you know what
Yeah,
I mean? It's
it's
easy.
simple.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you get this guy on Tinder.
Yeah.
Phone numbers exchanged. I'm assuming you have like a Google number or something like Skype.
Yeah, not my
bullshit.
personal.
Yeah,
we don't-
obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just smart enough to do that.
Yeah.
And then you say, "Hey, how old did you say you were? 15?"
For this one, I said 15, and then yeah. Now,
Okay.
now I usually go for like say a lot like younger. I usually try to stick in that 13, 14. Sometimes I caught one that's 12 before too.
Okay. All right. Well, and I want to get through as many of these as I can.
Yeah.
But so you tell him that you're 15, and how does he respond to that?
I remember it was on a phone call. I had a friend with me, and I was using her voice, so that like so I can have
Yeah.
a girl voice,
Yeah.
And then I remember we were just calling a bunch of people because I was texting a bunch, and all of them were like, nah, and this is all in the video too. And then whenever it got to him, he was like, I'm actually 15. Is that okay? He's like, yeah, that's cool. When do you want to hang? Like, ASAP,
Okay. So how many? Let's sprinkle a little bit of light in here.
Yeah.
How many people told you no the minute you said you were 15? How do you think? How many people do you think said no?
For that first predator catch, I don't know. I would say maybe about like 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least you had a few back to back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so how old did you say you were again?
15.
No. I'm sorry, your profile.
Oh, it was like 18, 19.
Okay.
Like, so yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So he says, yeah, I want to meet up. And you decide to meet up at a Walmart between the day you guys met and the day you guys matched. How much time passed?
I'm not gonna lie, it was a couple weeks.
Okay.
Because he was very like he would get scared. There'd be some days that, like we were supposed to meet up. I'll be at the Walmart. I'm with my cousin. We're ready to catch this guy, bro. He's like, we're supposed to meet, and he like chickens out, And then he's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you. And it's like on and off until finally one day like he actually showed up, and I got like yeah.
What was the conversations like in that couple of weeks?
Not much. I would just kind of get him to try to like say things, you know what I mean? Like I know I got it like so I could have like an evidence. For that one I had a binder of all the text messages. So I was trying to get like stuff like dirt on him,
So you were watching those like pedo catching videos and like taking notes and shit.
Yeah, I was getting ready, yeah. I was just kind of trying to build a case basically against him so that we could do it. And yeah, he was
Was there did he say anything like sexual to you? Were there any pictures that he tried to send? Shit like that?
Dirty messages, like crazy.
How bad did he get?
Like crazy, like the worst.
Well, I mean, if you don't mind, like
in detail, I don't know. Like
you don't have to if you don't want
just
to.
Like stuff like taking her virginity, this, that, stuff like that. Like
Jesus
bad. And like in detail too, I don't want to like get too deep into it.
Oh,
like,
so he was like sexting.
Yeah.
And being like, I'm gonna do that, da.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. So a couple weeks pass. What excuses was he giving for not showing up? Because he knew. How old was this guy again?
47.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Okay. So he knew what he was doing, obviously.
Yeah, he knew. That's why he was scared.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't want to meet up. Yeah.
Exactly. So what excuses was he giving you for not showing up?
I believe one time he was like, he said work. He had work or something. He got out of work late, or he asked to go into work. I don't remember exactly. This has been it's a while. This is my very first predator catch.
Yeah.
I've caught in a lot. I remember one time for him, he was like, I hurt my arm or something. He's like, I'm in the hospital, but I know he's capping, like, you know what I mean? And then, yeah, just little excuses like that, you know what I mean? And then, yeah.
Yeah. So you finally meet up with him. How did that exchange go down?
I remember, for this one, I had the binder. This is the only catch that I used the binder. And then I remember I put his picture Like I put him on a picture, printed his picture, and then I put like wanted, like or like child predator wanted, like a wanted sign of him. And then I walked up to him and I was like, hey man, have you seen this guy? Like, and then he was like, who's that? I'm like, that's you. I was like, and I had another one. I was like, have you seen this guy? Like, it's a different picture. Yeah. Yeah. But I remember for that video that we went outside and it was so windy. That's why I don't use the binder no more. The binder was blowing everywhere. I was like, dang, what the heck is going on? And then I didn't have mics. I was just filming off my phone.
Yeah.
And I feel like from now, like, bro, like we have like upgraded a lot.
I've
like,
noticed.
Yes.
I've noticed.
Yeah. Now, like, I just got back from El Paso. I'm going to post this video on Sunday, this predator catch. We got, we had like we caught him in an Airbnb. This is the first one, not in public.
So this episode, by the way, is dropping on Monday. So by the time this comes out, that'll be up.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what happened? We got an Airbnb and we had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6, 7 hidden cameras, and then we got mics now. We're like it's upgraded a lot. You know what I mean? Like from if you look at the first one and you look at the most recent one.
Yeah.
Like we've came a long way. I seem like.
That's awesome. When you're having, so you finish up that first one, what was the feeling like? Like, okay, so first of all, did you guys get any police involved with the first one? Did cops get involved?
Yeah. We called them. They didn't come.
Fucking APD, man.
No, yeah. I've had some good encounters with them, and then I've had some like bad ones, but yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a lot of adrenaline. You're on. It's crazy. That's kind of why I like adrenaline. That's crazy. Like, it's fun doing it. It's for like a good cause too, type thing, you know. But like, dude, it's like I don't know. It's kind of fun. I like catching them.
So how much time passed between the first and the second interaction? Let's say, like trapping or catching another guy
for the like my second one.
Yeah,
probably like I caught him like next week, another one.
Jesus.
And then it just gets easier. Like that was like the process. Like at first I had to teach myself, you know. Now bro, we went with that one that I told you that I'm gonna drop Sunday. We went to El Paso, caught him less than 24 hours. Like it's easy now. Like.
So what's the process that you're using now to catch these guys?
It's just like there's different apps now, and then I kind of know how to talk. I feel like, you know. Rather, like, I don't know. It's just, like, trial and error. Like, I figured out what didn't work here, so I don't do that. Like, you know what I mean?
What doesn't work?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I don't know.
So, okay, so what works now, I guess? What is, like, do you have, like, an opening line? Do you have...
I always keep the same story.
Like, okay, so what's your...
Like, I always pick... I switch up the name and the pictures. I have friends who like let me use their pictures, so they're the decoys. You know what I mean? But I always keep the same story, like of like the area where I live, the school I go to, the high school I go to, and stuff like that. Just cause like I used to have like a bunch of different ones. I get mixed up. Like I'll be texting like this guy, and then like I'll tell him I'll go to school here. Then I'll be texting this guy, and then I'll get those mixed up. He's like, hey, I thought you went to school here, and I'm like, oh yeah, my bad. Like I don't know. Like it's easier. It's a whole process though. Yeah.
So with the so as this process has gone along, because so you, like you mentioned, you went down to El Paso. Like in New Mexico, the law is you're allowed to film and record people without consent.
Yeah.
Like that's the law. Is that the law down in Texas as well?
I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I know each law, each state has like different laws, like with filming and all that stuff. Especially each one has different like ages of consent as well. So we also have to look that up.
How fucking crazy is that? That there's different ages of consent per state.
Yeah.
How fucking sick is that?
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think I checked out that video stuff, the public like recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Well, I just bring that up because I know from personal experience in New Mexico. I had to look the laws up because I was getting wrongfully terminated from one of my jobs back in like 2019, I think. Yeah, 2019. I was getting wrongfully terminated. And so I was like, okay, well, these HR people aren't the fucking smartest, so I'm just going to catch them in their own game.
Yeah.
So whenever I would set up meetings with them or they would have to meet with me in their office, I looked at the laws and I was like, okay, you can record without consent. So I just hit the voice memo shit on my phone,
and just set my phone in my pocket.
Yeah.
And they just spilled the beans
Yeah.
about how it's just the gross negligence, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like I had literally gone on vacation, and because it didn't get recorded or wasn't reported properly, they thought I abandoned my job.
Yeah.
So I get a text or I checked my bank account. I was supposed to get paid when I was on vacation.
Yeah.
And I just didn't get paid.
Yeah.
So I called and was like, hey, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, oh, I don't know. Let me ask. And like, oh, HR fired you without their knowledge. Yeah.
Bro, that's how the jobs be too. They don't even tell you. You just like stop getting paid.
Yeah, they just fired me. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, do you guys want me to sue you? Like, you better lawyer the fuck up. And that's when they got scared.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, oh, we could talk about this. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to sue you. Like, I don't want to spend money. I want to get paid. Just
exactly.
Pay my fucking money. Anyway, so yeah, I would just look into that because what you're doing is a good thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But protecting yourself legally as much as possible. Kind of on that subject of like protection, safety, like, has that ever been a concern for you? Because I mean, like, generally, you'll have the guys you see in these videos aren't exactly the toughest guys.
Yeah.
They aren't violent people. Well, they are violent people, but they're not like confrontational people, I guess, right? They're not confrontational. They're not going to start shit in public, and they're definitely not going to defend themselves.
Yeah.
But has there ever been any interactions where you're like, oh, this could actually turn violent?
Most of the time they don't. They're like kind of like they're like all scared and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, it has crossed my mind before, and I've had quite some that get like aggressive. I fought one actually too.
What happened?
Yeah, he just started attacking me. Yeah, which is like I don't know. Like if I was like I'm like I don't know. Like if someone like caught me like doing something so bad and like had a camera, like I don't know. Like they just like walk away. Like I don't know. Like.
So with that one that got violent, what was the situation for that one?
I believe that was like my 7th predator catch. We caught him at the mall, Cottonwood, and then I remember I had my friend Dom. He dressed up as the little girl, so we got him like in a nice like little dress, got him some earrings, put his hair in like pigtails or whatever you want to call it, and then he was there to meet up with the girl. I don't remember how old he was, but obviously he's old, and then he's meeting with an underage girl.
Yeah.
And then yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it.
So the guy shows up.
Yeah, shows up at the mall.
And is your friend like his back is to the guy, or like I'm trying to imagine? Like, how old is your friend Dom?
Dom is like a year younger. I think he's like 19.
Okay, so how is he pulling this off? Like without?
Oh, it's like so obviously fake. Like that's the funny part. Like you know what I mean? Like it's like he's like hey, like I'm Ariana or whatever name we use, and like it's like so obviously fake. Like we're not trying to like do it.
Well, right.
Yeah, we're like we got you, bro. Like,
yeah.
Type stuff. Like yeah.
So what again? So when this guy came up to you, what were you saying to him? What was the conversation that led to him getting aggravated? Like that aggravated to the point where he's gonna try to be violent with you?
I remember he texted me, and then I was like, meet me at this spot. So we saw him. He doesn't know that like we're watching him. So we get on his like clothes, like the girl clothes, and then we walk up to him, and I'm like, hey, this is her. Do what you're gonna do to her. And I started just reading all the messages that he was saying, and then
what was this guy saying?
The same stuff, like different, but like like just sexual like stuff like that he's gonna do. I can't remember. There's so much. Like I text so much guys, like more than I text girls. Like, but like I don't even know. Yeah, he was just saying a bunch of crazy stuff. I'm reading them to him. I'm like, yo, is this your dick pic? Like showing him and then out of nowhere he just like we walked out of the mall, and then out of nowhere he just like rushed me. Police got involved with that one. I turned all my stuff into the police too, like by the way. We always call them after a predator catch and like give them the evidence. I don't know what they do with it. But yeah, yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, what has your interaction with the police been like through all this?
They're usually really cool. A few times they've been like kind of like mean and weird, but like usually they're like, hey, we respect what you're doing, just be careful. You know what I mean? Yeah. But police are usually pretty cool and like on our side for it.
Well, I'd hope they'd be on your side, but it's just because I haven't, and I tried looking it up, but it's hard to find like concrete, like how much of like what everything you're collecting can actually be used as a case against the guy.
Yeah, that's the thing that we learned too. Like a lot of the reason they can't do something is because there's not actually a little girl there or a little boy there, or you know what I mean?
Right.
There's not actually like that there. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like it's like iffy around that area.
Do you know if you've interacted, like you've trapped any guys that actually have like prior convictions? They are sexual offenders on record and shit like that. Like, is that?
I'm not entirely sure, honestly. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, but I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, but it's because you would think because on the one hand, because I've thought about it, right? It's like on the one hand, well, the intention is there. They obviously want to do it. And then you have text threads of them like, and again, they're under the assumption, or they're under just the notion that, hey, I'm speaking to a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old, whatever it is. I'm going to send him my picture of my dick.
Yeah.
Like, that should be something.
Yeah, exactly.
But then on the other hand, because there is no real action that ends up happening, you know what I mean? It's like, how can they prove that it's like that person using their phone and all that crazy shit?
Yeah.
But I don't understand how, like, if I was a cop or if I was like a police chief or whatever, what type of police officer has the authority to do this? If I got, a guy and a couple of his friends turning in evidence like that to me, I would at least keep an eye on the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's what they say, yeah.
I'd open a case. I'd be like, hey, maybe we should keep an eye on this guy, where he goes. Like, not where he goes and what he does, but like, does he live next to a school?
Yeah.
Does he have kids? Because
Exactly.
a welfare check is completely legal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is, all they do is just, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
You doing all right? You got food in the fridge? Is the place clean? Shit like that.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
completely legal.
Yeah.
You would think that would be one of the first things you would do if you got evidence like that brought to you.
Yeah, exactly. And they tell me different things. I've talked and had meetings with different detectives, different people like in law enforcement and all that. And yeah, they say they do. They don't really tell me. I mean, I don't work for them. I kind of just give them the evidence on my own. But so I don't really know what happens after the fact.
So you started out doing this with your cousin, and you said one or two of your other friends, like in the very beginning.
Yeah. It was mainly for the first few. It was always just me and my cousin, and then I brought another friend along, Santi. We have the same name. That's my boy. And then I brought another and then we kind of just, whoever's free that day, like, hey, you want to catch predators today? Like, let's do it. You know what I mean?
Hey, we'll go to the gym. We'll get some food, catch a predator, go to a movie afterwards.
That's how it be, yeah.
So what apps, you mentioned you have a lot of apps on your phone. What apps are you using to do this?
There's a lot. I don't even know. Like, there's these random apps. Let's see. Just like any app really that you could talk to strangers. Like any app you could talk to strangers really.
What do you feel is the most effective, or does it even matter?
I feel like the most effective are I don't know.
Well, and I ask this because I don't have a humongous audience, like some like multi-million person level audience, but I do have parents that listen to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would like one of the big, obviously the other than like the stories you have, but a big reason why I wanted to have you on and to hear your experiences meeting these people in real, like literally talking to these people and then meeting them in real life.
Yeah.
Not only to show how easy it is for people to get in contact with these ugly individuals, but how it's happening, right? Mm-hmm. Where is it happening? So that parents, if they need to monitor their kids' phones or something like that, they're able to. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause that's the type of information that people need to know.
Yeah. No, yeah, I get that. It's just like any app really that you could talk to strangers, any dating app, any like even social media, like there's too much out there. Like you can't like it's hard to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Are you?
It kind of just comes down, I guess, to like their child, I guess. Yeah. You know what I mean? If they text them back or what they do from there.
What are you learning about these guys as you're talking? Like you said, there's a turnaround rate of like 24 hours. Mm-hmm. Where it's like within this time, I'll match and talk to somebody, confirm that they're a predator and they want to meet up like like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But in the ones that took a few days or a few weeks, like that first one, are you learning stuff about these guys? Like they've got a fucked up marriage, they're fucking
Yeah.
living alone. Like what are like common denominators or just like things you're finding out about these guys?
I don't know. I've had guys that like literally like has like kids the same age as the decoy that I'm being. You know what I mean? I've had people, yeah, in marriages. I've had people just that are just like single. It kind of just seems like, I don't know, just people who are like just want to hook up, who are like, I don't know. I really don't know. It's just I don't know what goes on in their lives really.
Well, it's just, because obviously it's a very ugly and it's a very, it's abnormal, right? And because now we're hearing about, there's a like a subsection, like a community of people that advocate for pedophiles, and they call them MAPS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard of that. The minors or the minor attracted persons. Yeah.
I think so. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, that's what they're calling
Seems like
them
something
on.
someone would do.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
do.
they're calling them on that on social media, and they're basically saying that, well, being a pedophile, or calling them pedophiles is not something we like. We call them minor attracted persons. It's a sexual orientation. It's not a mental illness. These people can't help it.
Yeah, they're weird. I don't know.
That sort of thing. Well, it's like, on the one hand, it's like, okay, for argument's sake, maybe someone was born with a fucked up brain, or maybe something happened to them and they were a little kid, something that mentally stunted them to where, like, whether it's past the age of 10, 11, 12, 13, that part of your brain that's supposed to activate puberty and form and be attracted to adults or people your age.
Yeah.
It just stopped at 13 years old. Let's say that's a thing, sure. But I'm willing to bet that 90%, 95% of these guys are just fucked up in the head because of their own actions.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
And they are making their own decisions out of their own volition. And you said that you've caught guys that are married.
Yeah.
Right? And are they as you cameras, like, hey, this is what's going on, like, what the fuck, like, what are you doing, that type of thing? Are they like, hey, I've got a wife, don't fucking do that?
Nah, they usually just like deny it. Like,
Yeah.
And like I could like have messages saying that they do have kids, messages that they or phone calls, messages that they are married and this and that, and they usually just like deny it all. So I don't know if they're lying. I don't know. Sometimes they lie about their age. Like I catch the guy that we caught in El Paso, he was like 23. And then when we caught him, he was like, "Oh, I lied about my age. I'm 17. I'm 17." And I was like,
Well, how much of that do you believe, though?
he was not 17. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't 17, bro. Like, we got that guy. Yeah. But they just, like, they try to cover up their whole story and stuff like that.
What's the oldest person you've caught?
Oldest person? I don't know. I believe maybe, like, almost 60. Like, maybe 57, 58.
Jesus.
I was talking to this one dude, though. He's, like, 60, like, 62, 63. And he's a child predator. But he's very like playing it like safe. Like, so possibly I'll get him in the future. But like this guy, like, I don't know.
Well,
He's very careful about it. He's very careful about what he says. He's very careful about what he does. Because I actually talked to him and he's actually gotten caught for that before. That's why.
so you haven't met this guy yet.
Mm-mm.
How long ago did you, I guess, connect on the internet?
Maybe like the end of the summer. Like, yeah.
And what have the conversations been like since then?
So like on text, he doesn't like to say a lot, but so this one he thinks he's meeting with a little boy. So I have my friend talk, or sometimes I talk, but I think it was him for this one, and it's like, I don't know. We had him spill it all on a phone call, and we have it all recorded. We just have to catch him, and he's just like, yeah. He just doesn't want to. He's being smart about it. You know what I mean?
Do you have it like recorded on your phone?
I do have it recorded on my phone. I have to find it though. I have like so much recorded.
No,
yeah.
you're good. You're good. That's just fucking crazy.
No, I got crazy footage. Yeah, about everything.
Do you have like any like quick shit you could show, or you're comfortable showing
Like
from
what
like
kind?
like people like phone calls or just something from maybe from a guy you've already caught?
From a guy we've already caught.
Yeah, like, do you have like any voice call recordings and shit like that? I just as sick as I find this stuff, there's
Yeah.
like a morbid part of my brain that's like, is it that fucking bad? Like, are you kidding me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it's not normal.
I have a few phone calls. I throw them in my videos.
Yeah.
In majority of my videos, there's a lot of phone calls, and you could just hear them. Like, yeah.
What's going through your head when you've got these guys on the phone and they're like, I mean, they're just spilling the beans to you.
I'm just like, I don't know. I don't even know. I'm just recording so that if they say something, I could use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know.
So this guy that you, I guess, working right now.
Yeah, I kind of I kind of forgot about him till now. To be honest, we kind of stopped texting. But yeah,
He admitted that he had gotten caught before.
yeah, that's what he told me. He said that he got caught like with a minor before. Told me the whole story.
What were the instances that he had told you about, or the instance that he told you about?
He told me that he met this guy on some app. I don't remember what app. But he met up with who did he meet up? He met up with them. The guy said they were 18. They were in a park. They're getting it on. Police come because like I guess they couldn't be in that park. And then whenever like the kid actually turned out to be younger. That's his story. I don't know. Maybe he knew, maybe he didn't know, but he got in a lot of trouble for that. So he's like, I got to be really careful now. But like he's like, I'm okay with it, but like I got to be careful now. Like yeah.
Oh my God. Have you what and how old are you posing to be with this one?
It changes. I think maybe like 14 for that one. I kind of just base it on how the conversation goes of how young I should go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I was making sure. I get paranoid sometimes with the audio because one time this was about May. It's already September. So like a year and a half ago, we were doing a podcast and my buddy was producing for me.
Yeah.
And we got pretty deep time wise.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Hey Noah, did you press record on the audio?"
Yeah, bro.
And I was like, I mean, I thought you did. Don't fucking. And then
Yeah.
it turns out we lost like almost 2 hours of the footage.
Dang, that sucks.
Anyway,
Bro, wait. That's how it's been for me too. Like, bro, for my 4th Predator catch, it was like a crazy Predator catch. I dressed up as Spider-Man. I like redid it with another one with Spider-Man. But this was like the original. I dressed up as Spider-Man. Caught this guy at Walmart. Bro, I had like silly string, like webs. You know what I mean? Like Spider-Man. And then we caught him, bro. Bro chased me around the store. Police got involved. Like tackled him and stuff like that. And bro, my cameraman did not click record. All that footage was lost.
No.
Yeah. So that video is like gone, but that video was crazy. And yeah, no footage of it though. Like literally we have all the footage before and all the footage after. We just don't have the Predator catch right here. Like that's just gone. Like it did not click record.
because he had opened it and accidentally hit record probably.
Yeah, and then
It all starts to go down and he stops. Okay, we got the footage.
I went back
Recording
to the
it.
car where we're all hyped, and then we're like, oh fuck.
So it's like a fucking Scooby-Doo episode. So there's a guy, a predator,
Yeah.
chasing you around Walmart.
Yeah.
And you're just like shooting silly string at him.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
That was crazy.
What, like, I had a train of thought before I played the fucking audio. As you and your friends are going and you're catching these guys, is there, and I know this is a question you're not supposed to ask,
Yeah.
but do you feel bad for these guys at all? Like, is there any party that's like, damn, like really?
Yeah. No, sometimes I do feel bad. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a bully. You know what I mean? Like I'm like over here yelling at this guy. You know, like I feel like sometimes I feel like a bully. But then you just gotta think about it, bro. Like I got like younger siblings. You know, like stuff like that. And that like that kind of like what is it? That kind of like
Well, it overtakes.
yeah.
It
So,
should overtake or
it
overshadow
does.
any emotion that you're having about it.
yeah. Because sometimes I do feel bad. I'm like, okay, that's like, I feel like a bully, but what they're doing isn't right.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think that makes me feel like I'm like sometimes I'll be editing the video, I'm like editing and I'm like, dude, this is kind of like messed up. But then you gotta remember, like this isn't just like a random person that I'm just like it's like like they're like weird. Like these are like child predator, pedophile like type people. Like, yeah.
Well, yeah, you're exactly right, because it's not like you're going out and you're just harassing random people.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you see prank videos,
Yeah.
like the ones that kill me, or not kill me, but like the ones that annoy me are like the ones where it's like threatening a fight in the hood,
Yeah, yeah.
and the guy gets surprised when guys come after him trying to beat him up or threatening to shoot him or something. It's like,
Exactly.
yeah, you're gonna go into gangland and act like a gang member. What the fuck do you think is gonna happen? That's
Yeah.
one thing. That's stupidity.
Yeah.
And some of the things that they do in videos like that are borderline bullying and shit like that. That's one thing. But it's a whole other thing for what you guys are doing.
Yeah. And that's the crazy thing is that, well, we were popping, like, these videos were blowing up on YouTube, like going crazy on YouTube. And it got deleted for verbal harassment, I think, and then bullying. So yeah. But then you see all like those channels. You were saying those channels are like those pranks and all that. They're still up, but like, yeah, mine got deleted twice for those predator videos. So now I'm on Rumble. Shout out Rumble.
Yeah, no, for Rumble's doing some cool shit. And that makes you think a little bit, like, what does that say about the people that are having their programmers put that into their AI systems?
Yeah.
Or because it's not, you got to think about YouTube. Like, there are so many people uploading to YouTube every hour.
Yeah.
That there's no way they can ever monitor those, in real time. So they obviously have like an AI system doing it. So then it's like, okay, if they're programming their AI to catch certain things in the dialogue that's recorded on these videos and flag it.
Yeah.
And it's not like, because it would be one thing if their software fucked up and they had you under, like, I don't know what the term would be, but you were like just because your video had the phrases like meeting up with a kid or attracted to a minor or something like that, they would flag your video as like advocating for it or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how to meet up with a minor or some shit like that.
Yeah,
right? That'd be one thing. But the fact that you're getting flagged, the fact that you're getting flagged under harassment and bullying, it's like, okay, what the fuck are these guys' priorities?
I don't
and
know.
Where are they at?
Yeah, YouTube's weird. I don't know, because it's not just me. I've known multiple people who catch child predators and like do it in a professional like thing, like way. You know what I mean? And theirs got deleted, and yeah, it sucks.
Do you guys have like a fucking Facebook group or some shit?
I don't know. I
like a giant group chat.
Bro, I see some guys and I'm like, yo, I like this predator catcher. So
yeah,
hit him up. I hit up one of them. We collabed in Arizona. He was from Utah. I'm from New Mexico, obviously. Met up in Arizona and we caught a predator. He's a pretty cool guy. We're gonna meet up again too.
And how long did it take for you guys to find one in Arizona?
That one actually took a minute, bro. We were there texting. He has his whole crew. This guy's like professional. Like once I saw like the stuff he had, like bro, they have bulletproof vests, they have everything. I was like, yo, I need to step up my game. So I was like, I'm gonna step up my game. So they had mics and everything. So that's why I bought mics and doing this, doing that. And his name's Colin Shoemaker. And yeah. It took a while, but we got one.
What was that process like working together? Like, what was the case you got and shit like that?
Basically, we're all together and all trying to find one. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but what was the guy you found?
I don't remember the age off the top of my head. It's just because I I talked to so many. You know what I mean? I think he might have been 60, so maybe he was the oldest. Jesus. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, so his theme that he does is he puts them on a game show. So he like gets dressed up, puts them on a game show. Like the child predator meets up with him. He's like, yo, answer these 3 trivia questions right, and we won't call the police. We won't post this video online, but like they're hard like questions. Like no normal person wouldn't get them right. Like how many eyes does a bee have? Like stuff like that. Like weird questions that the normal person wouldn't know.
I think I've seen these videos.
Yeah. And then yeah, that's what we did. So I was his co-host. We put him on a game show.
I think I saw that.
Yeah.
Yes, that sounds super fucking familiar. That's hilarious. What how after getting you said you only been doing it for about a year now.
Yeah.
But after getting exposed to like the ugliness of it, right? Does it motivate you to keep doing it? Or are there ever times where you're like, man, I don't know if I can keep just exposing myself to all this fucking nonsense?
Yeah, no, it does motivate me.
Because you're meeting the scum of the fucking earth.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it does motivate me. Like I'm like, yo, like this is like these people are like disgusting. Like bro, bro, sometimes I'd be like throwing up like over messages and stuff like that. Like I'm not even joking. Like I'd be gagging, and it just makes me want to catch them even more. You know, it makes me want to like put them on blast, embarrass them, post this video, like even more. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just fucking wild to me interacting because I want to like personally. I don't want to. I would never want. I could hear it from people like you all day long. Like I'm cool with hearing those stories, like reading the text messages. I'll watch these videos too. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Like, good for you. Fuck that guy. Get his ass. All that type of shit. A part of me does want to sit down with, in a controlled format, obviously, with a child predator and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, eventually just get to the point in the conversation where it's like, what is going through? Is for you, is it an actual sentence type of shit? But I don't know if I could be on the phone with a guy or like be face to face and hear the shit that, you know, that you're hearing over the phone. So I was not going to tell it to your face.
Yeah, yeah.
But the shit you're hearing on the phone, like, and is it, when you're having these phone conversations, is it just you and your buddies just sitting around while they're on speakerphone and you're just like, what the fuck am I listening to right now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. We're like, yo, like, yeah, bro. They think they're talking to, I don't know, like, but we're all just around. We're all recording it. Like,
Jesus Christ. What are the girls you're using as decoys? What are they saying about all this?
they support it. You know, they're all of the people that I use as decoys are someone that I trust and who give me permission to use their pictures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they give me permission, and I use their pictures, and it's just pictures of them when they were younger. You know what I mean? So they look a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, so basically, yeah, I use their pictures of whenever they were younger. So, and then I put those on the dating apps or apps that require age, and then I say that like, oh, I'm actually like over 18, and then whenever I break it to them, I'm like, oh, I'm actually this age.
What are your ideas or like just goals moving forward with this type of stuff? Like, how do you want to upgrade your setup? How do you want to like move forward doing all this?
I don't even know. I have a crazy list of ideas. I have so much ideas in my notes on my phone. Like I have so much, and like I got so much coming. Like for predator catches, like it's crazy.
You don't have to spill all the beans, but what are some of the things you have cooking in your mind right now?
One thing that I want to do is I haven't heard any child predator catcher or anybody say this, but I want to catch one in every single state. So I already got New Mexico, Arizona, and Texas now. I want to go like to all 50 states and catch one like there, all 50, because they're everywhere. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
So, and I think that'll be really sick and be a cool series. But yeah, that's just one of the many ideas. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because, not funny, but like whenever I'm moving to a new spot, it's kind of useless now, especially post COVID. It's useless now. I used to look up like all the crime in Albuquerque, like in the area and shit like that. Because now, have you looked up like the crime map for Albuquerque recently, or, like at all, dude? So it used to be like little splotches of red randomly.
I think I've seen that, but
you know what I
done
mean
it personally.
But now, because I'm moving out of here. Oh, not of Albuquerque, but I'm moving out of this house in February, and me and my buddy. We're like, yeah, let's look at the crime app, see what it's like. Because me and him, he's one of my roommates here. Yeah. We lived together before the pandemic. And again, like I said, we'd done it before. There were a couple of blotches of red here. I was like the war zone in downtown. I was like, okay, great. We looked at the crime map now. Albuquerque is just one big red
That's crazy.
splotch.
Yeah.
And then if you look up the, which I'm sure you have, like the sexual predator like registry where it shows where they live.
Yeah.
Like it's like your map got acne.
Yeah.
Like there's just red dots fucking everywhere.
It's crazy how like common it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
never know your neighbor. You never know.
No, for real. And have you ever been I don't know if it's ever crossed your mind or not, but have you been worried that like you'll be going through these dating apps and you'll find someone you know,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like, oh shit, let's see if this person that I know is a fucking predator or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has it happened?
Not yet. But dude, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, not yet. Nobody that I personally know. But I know like people, they like reach out to me and they're like, oh my gosh, I worked with that guy, like stuff.
That's fucked up. Because the crazy ones are especially like the ones that like work in schools.
Yeah. They're like, I worked with that guy. I went to school with that guy. And I'm just like, that's crazy. Like, I don't know.
Like there was a, this is the most generic like pedophile story, but there was a Catholic priest. It's out of the east side of the country. I forget where, but he had gotten brought up. The motherfucker was like 85, 86 years old
Yeah.
fucking guy, and he got brought up on a ton of different charges, and he had actually went to court, and they found that he was mentally unfit for trial, so they just dropped everything and just let him go free.
That's crazy.
And it's just shit like that. Because have you ever a good movie that you and your buddies would probably like? It's called Spotlight. You ever seen that?
I don't know.
It's
Not
with
based on. I can't remember. Yeah, who's it based on?
it's with Mark Ruffalo, Michael Keaton. I think Rachel McAdams is in it. Basically, what it's about, it's in the 90s, and it's this small paper out of Boston, and it's when the pedophile rings in the Catholic Church first got exposed in America. And because they had found that like I think it spanned like 50 or 60 fucking years where like all these different priests were getting moved and they're getting relocated, and they're finding it's like, oh well, this priest got moved here, and then there was like child abuse cases happening, and then they got moved here, and this and this and this and this and this, and they're piecing everything together, and like they're spending time interviewing all these victims, and it's a true fucking story.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck is going? And they were the first, and it's a very small paper, but they were the first ones to really expose, like, I hate saying like church supported, but like,
Yeah.
you know, because the Catholic Church was actively, they knew about this, and the Vatican knew about this, and they're just keeping it under the rug. So they were kind of supporting it. But this is the first time that pedophilia in the church, and certainly in like a major institution, was exposed in America.
Yeah.
It's a fucking phenomenal movie. You
No,
gotta
yeah,
check.
I got it. That seems interesting. Bro, have you seen Sound of Freedom?
I have not yet.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
That movie is. I just watched it like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. That movie's crazy, bro, and it's pretty sick. It's like, and it's based on a true story too,
Yeah.
apparently. Yeah, good movie. I recommend it.
Yeah, because that's with it's with the guy who played Jesus, Jim Caviezel,
Yeah.
and yeah, same shit, right? Because it's about the guy at the border.
It's about, yeah, it's like all of the, how like, I don't even know, bro. It's just so crazy. Like how they catch or just like what goes on, how they like sell kids, buy kids,
Yeah.
how they get them and stuff like that. It's like crazy, and it's crazy how they do it, and it's like so like in other countries, right? And it's just crazy because like then I'll be catching these guys, and like these guys that I'm catching are just like the bottom of the barrel, like the weaklings, like those are just like the guys like right there. But then there's these other guys, just how they do it, like those. I don't know. That's so crazy. Like,
Well-
it's so messed up.
Well, you bring up a good point. Like, those guys are the bottom of the barrel, but at the same time, like, I mean, it's a very ugly analogy, but
Yeah.
those guys you're catching, like, drug addicts to heroin
Yeah.
are those pedophiles to the kids you saw in the movie. Like, if the people you're talking to, if they had the money, the means, and the access to go
Oh yeah. No. Exactly.
and go to
yeah.
like child brothels,
Yeah.
or help like sell sex slaves and like shit like that,
Yeah.
most of them probably would.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the fucked up thing,
That's
right?
yeah, it's crazy.
Is most of them probably would. But now I think that's the statistic came from Sound of Freedom was like a $37 billion industry, right? The human trafficking of kids or shit like that.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, like, obviously, it's a huge industry here in America, and it's a huge, like, money-making, just, like, monster. But because like we don't have, outright places where you can go and do those type of things,
Yeah.
they aren't. So now they're resorting to stuff like Tinder and
Yeah,
whatever.
that's the
apps
reason
you're
why they
using
aren't.
and-
But yeah, it's just so crazy looking at like in like the bigger picture, like just how they
Yeah.
do it, and like I don't know. It's just it's sad.
is
It's
getting
crazy.
into like, because what would it be? It would be like, is getting into like Border Patrol or like Homeland or something like actually going after human traffickers? Is that something you've ever thought of doing professionally?
I have thought about like taking this like to the next level, like more serious, but I don't know if I'm always gonna be like catching child predators. Like, if that's what I'm gonna do. I like I know I'm supposed to be doing something with social media. I don't know. I don't want to be known for just these predator catches.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing like right now. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do like I think bigger things.
Well, because the attorney, even like the Attorney General's office here in Albuquerque, they have a unit. It's called the Internet Crimes Against Kids Task Force. And they deal with ugly shit.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. And they're, I want to say they're state appointed agents. Like they have to go through the police academy, and then they're like a state version of the FBI. Like they have badges. They're considered special agents, shit like that.
Yeah.
But the whole thing that they do is they assist like everything from state police to Burnco, sheriff, or APD, and they get attached to these guys and they help work the cases of like, okay, we've got these people trying to traffic kids from Arizona to Albuquerque down to El Paso down to the border or whatever it is, and they do that whole shebang that you're doing. And is it nice that they get paid a good amount of money? Yes, but they're helping you out with that bigger picture that you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
So
I get
if
you.
that is something you're interested in, like I would look into it. 'Cause, I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
like all law enforcement is hurting for people.
Yeah.
But like that would be, and I know guys that have worked alongside people that do it, and I've known a couple people that did do it. And it's an ugly fucking job.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing like the aftermath, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You're trying to prevent further things and you're trying to catch these other guys. But at the end of the day, you're seeing the aftermath of their actions.
Yeah, and that's kind of like I mean it's a possibility, but that's kind of like the difference, Like I don't like for me whenever I'm catching them, there's no actual girl involved. But like this one, like you said, the aftermath, like there's actual like these innocent little kids like involved, and that's like I don't know if I could handle that. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, I couldn't. That's why I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I couldn't
'cause
fucking handle
You
that.
see like the difference though, like
Yeah. Oh yeah. So where can people find all your well, first of all, before I say that, the other side of social media stuff that you do is like working with the small businesses and like making like their like what type of videos do you do? And like what type of like and again, you've plastered their shit all over, so you don't have to say them here, but like videos you make for like the food truck person that fucked you over and never paid you money. Or shit like that. Like what type of videos do you make, and like what not ads, but like what type of promo stuff do you do?
It's kind of just like what we agree on. If they want to do something like, and I'm cool with posting that, like kind of just it's like collab, So I kind of just mash it together and we come to a compromise, stuff like that. Yeah, but that food truck one that that I've been posting about, yeah, bro, I did that guy a video. I told him like, I don't know, I'm really nice and I took his like word for it. Now I learned, right? I learned to take contracts, deposits, all this stuff. And that's my bad. But I guess it's a learning process. You know what I mean? I learned from it.
Yeah, but fuck that. That's not your bad, dude.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
At the end of the day, it's two local people trying to make a name for themselves, trying to make
Exactly.
money, and for one to not hold up their end of the bargain. You guys have every right to put their shit on blast. Like, hey, like these guys don't fucking pay.
Yeah, no, that's messed up.
Their food might be good. I've never even heard of them before I saw them on your
They're
page.
just opening.
Huh?
Yeah, they're about to just open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
if you see them, don't go there. No, just fine.
maybe their food is good, maybe it isn't, but they deserve every bit of slander or every bit of truth telling, quite
Yeah.
frankly.
No, exactly. And if they don't like want to pay me, and they like, I did that for them. Like, imagine how they like treat their employees and stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, how that guy does. Like, it's all good though.
But otherwise, what type of stuff can people like hit you up for?
Just anything. If they're I think depending on what it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could figure something out. just any local brand. I love doing local business, like here in Albuquerque, especially, just because I'm like from here,
Yeah.
born and raised, and I'm always down to just help somebody out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I mean, I love like, and it's happening a lot more now. Certainly like post COVID, where a lot of like local creators, local businesses, I think people finally realize like how important it is that this community works together.
Yeah.
Because that's just been, at least in my experience, pre-COVID, it's always been this very like famine mentality where people are just clawing to the top. No one really wants to help anybody. Nobody really wants to give out advice, give out a helping hand, you know, just help people along in any kind of way. It's always just, nah, I'm going to take what I want and you can kind of go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But now in post-COVID, almost any industry, like entertainment sphere, I guess, it's been like, okay, yeah, we have a mutual goal here, whether it's we want to elevate ourselves, make ourselves better, or it's, hey, I own a food truck, I need promo, you need money.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Simple as that, right?
But and then where can people find all of your predator catching videos, and then what can they expect from you next?
Well, I post my predator catching videos on Rumble. Like the actual videos are on Rumble. That's like the only platform that I could post it. I'm kind of trying Twitter right now, but like all predator
Twitter's
catchers,
going back to being the Wild West.
Yeah. So on Rumble, and then I post like little clips on my Instagram, on my TikTok, and yeah, like, but I can't post the actual clips because those get taken down too. Like I gotta like post and like cut it right when the predator, like once the confrontation starts. So
What are they getting taken down at?
wait,
Well, you said YouTube, but like where? So we've already established YouTube censors you, but where like
TikTok also takes them down for harassment and stuff like that. Yeah.
TikTok takes it down? Wow, that's shocking.
I'm not entirely sure. I feel like they would also on Instagram. I'm like scared too though. So like I post like little clips here. I haven't really tried to like post actual predator catch. Twitter they haven't yet. They're up on Twitter. I don't get that much. They don't get that much traction.
Man,
but
Twitter's got straight porn on that shit, dude. Like Twitter
they'll keep
has
that up, right?
fucking everything. Like if Al Qaeda could have a Twitter page, I'm pretty sure you can have one catching predators. So
yeah, it's the Twitter, but mainly the Rumble.
And then what do you have before we get out of here? What else do you have coming up next?
I don't know. I got some crazy videos coming up next. Like not even just predator catches. I got some crazy like collabs like and stuff like that. Just doing some crazy stuff.
Cool, man. Well, I've been really looking forward to talking to you about this predator shit, dude. Like, cause this is like, I don't know. It's such a in my mind anyway. It's such a unique thing because it's so disgusting.
Yeah.
But with how exposed the internet has become, with how exposed our politicians have become, it's like who the fuck did I see explain it? I think it was like one of the Tate brothers was explaining their view on it. Yeah, I think it was Andrew Tate. He was talking about it, and he goes like, "That's the last bit of innocence that there is in life.
Yeah,
is children.
Yeah,
and so whether it's evil people in the world that want to do ugly things, or it's evil groups of people that want to push horrible narratives, like that's the last bit of innocence that they can take from you.
No, exactly. You don't fuck with kids, like children, babies, like that's so messed up. Like, I don't know.
So it's like, while how disgusting it is, at least in my mind, you can almost, it takes, I want to say it takes a critical mind, but it takes a mind that's willing to accept ugly things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to open yourself up to evil.
Exactly.
It's like you can see the breadcrumbs to where it led to. Now this guy is sending a fucking dick pic to a 12-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, a 12-year-old, potential 12-year-old. But even if it wasn't you, he's
Yeah.
probably done it to somebody before. And if he wasn't going to get caught, he's going to do it again, because humans have that horrible habit of, I can do it until I get caught.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm never going to get caught.
Exactly.
I'm invincible. So keep up your shit, dude. I'm glad that you and your friends are doing it. I love that at least there's one video platform, potentially two with Twitter, but like a dedicated video platform in Rumble. I've been considering putting my shit on Rumble too.
Do it. I say do it.
I've been considering doing it because I got censored twice One was immediately, it like maybe a day after I had posted it. This was like 2 Januaries ago for medical misinformation.
Okay.
Because we were talking about some COVID stuff. And then, God, in like May of this year, June of this year, I got a video flat out taken down. It was like episode 9, which we had put out in like January or February of 2021. And it got flagged for election misinformation.
Oh, okay.
But it got flagged like
Way
like
after.
3
That's
months ago. Yeah.
On YouTube? See, YouTube's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I say repost it on Rumble. What could those? You already have the video like filmed, edited already.
Yeah.
Just what's it? You just take a little bit to upload it. I say do it.
I'm thinking about it.
Do it.
I think I'm gonna do it.
And it'll be sick. Get more people on Rumble so that it blows up. You know.
The Rumble, I've heard good things about the Rumble algorithm. It genuinely pushes you up based on merit and based on like how many people actually fuck with your video.
Yeah.
Rather than like, oh, is it fitting an algorithm? Is it fitting these like diversity issues, equity issues?
Yeah.
Are you promoting the right thing? Shit like that. But yeah, man. So what is your page called on Rumble?
I believe it's my ad is SANTI with 4 eyes and then an underscore.
All right. Cool, man. And you said new video is coming up on Sunday, so that means yesterday it's up.
Yeah.
This will be out on Monday at 9 a.m.
Yep.
So it's up now. Everyone can listen to it. If you want to send me a link to it, I'll put it in the description below.
Yo, bet.
So people can watch it. I love what you're doing, man. Keep it up.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Some-
Thank you for having me.
Yes, this is some
Yeah.
cool shit. Ugly shit, but it's cool. Keep it up, and you're good at it.
Thank you.
So very happy to sit down and talk to you about it. Thank you guys again for listening and watching, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.